So let's find out what different things we like about life. Okay, the next activity, if you'll flip over in your packet with me, your leader handbook, is this activity called What's Your Favorite? Okay, what's your favorite? Okay, you'll see this is the one that has the list of favorites on the right-hand side. There's a big long list of stuff. Okay, so the first thing you'll say to every sixth grader here is, I'm going to ask each of you to pick a number 1 through 35. Okay, whatever they want to pick, doesn't matter at all. Okay, when you choose it, I'm going to look at my sheet and I'm going to ask you a question based on that number. And you'll see there it says in your instructions, it says that the leader can go around in the circle or you can go in a random order if you choose. Totally your call. As long as every student has a chance to answer, you can do it however you like. Okay? So if the student, this happens sometimes, the student will say, I pick number 7, and then you ask the question of 7, and they can't think of an answer, or they don't know. Say, that's okay. Just pick another number. And they'll pick another number, and then you'll just say the other one, like 23. So what's your favorite dessert? Okay? So just give them another chance if they need it. It's not a big deal. Okay? So here's how you would do this. You would say, you indicate who's going to go first. Okay? So if I'm the leader and I'm looking at this group and say, okay, Sonia, you can go first. And then what was your number?
6.
Okay, you're number 6. So I would say then, as the leader, I would say, what's your favorite thing to eat for lunch?
Pasta.
Pasta. Love pasta. What kind of pasta do you like?
Penne pasta with just tomato sauce.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff, right? Okay, good choice. Yeah. Did you notice what did I do there? I asked a connecting or a follow-up question, right? Because if you just say like, my favorite, she said pasta, and I've said, oh, okay. Next one, right? That doesn't feel really good, right? Like you always want to give a chance to validate. Or I could have even said, what is it about penne pasta with tomato sauce? Like, what do you like about it so much? Maybe you have an answer for that. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But at least you get a chance to answer, right? Or if another one was like, what's your favorite color? Well, my favorite color is blue. You could ask, why is your favorite color blue? That maybe is kind of a tough question. I have no idea. But you could say, like, what are some things that you really like that are blue? Or I don't know. Just try to ask a follow-up question if you can, if that makes sense. Okay?
Did you say they could pick any number from 1 to 35?
1 to 35, any number, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be the number.
Yeah, that's right. Just avoid, what you want to avoid is a yes-no type situation.
Good question. If the same number picked, just use different one. Okay. So she asked, what is something?
Oh, yeah. So, if someone picks the same number, you could give them the chance to answer that question, but you could also just pick something else on the list because they're not going to know. They don't have the list in front of them, right?
Well, they might remember that they had the same number sometimes.
Well, that's true, yeah.
So it's up to you.
I don't think there's any harm in having them answer the same question. It doesn't really matter. It's no big deal.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Okay. Also, you'll notice some of these questions have these stars beside them. Like, for example, question 3. What's your favorite cereal? And it has that asterisk or that star. See that? That star, what does that star mean? Has anybody read ahead in the instructions?
That everyone gets to answer.
Yeah, it's called an all play, and it means everyone gets to answer. Okay, so in that case, what you'll do is the person who said that number, whose number it was, would start, and then you just go around in a circle, and everyone says, my favorite cereal is whatever. Okay? Now, all plays give you a chance here, because depending on how much time you have, you'll have to be the judge of this, but all plays can either speed things up or slow them down. Okay? If you've got a lot of time, if you're looking at the clock and you're like, man, we're way ahead of schedule, I've got so much time on my hands here, we're going to finish super early. Well, this is a great opportunity for you to slow things down. And somebody says, my favorite cereal is Fruit Loops. Oh, really interesting. Why Fruit Loops? So what do you like so much about Fruit Loops? You get the chance to, you could ask everybody a follow-up question. Right? Or if you're like, man, I don't have time for this all play. I got to get going. I'm going to run out of time. You just say really quickly, all play, What's your favorite cereal? Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Chex. I can't even think that fast of all the cereals. But you just like kind of a quick thing, right? You could do it that way too. Okay? Either way. Okay. That's it, right? What's your favorite? It's pretty simple. I love this one. I really like this one. It gives an opportunity to really get to know some interesting things about people. But I would say this. You see that box that says what's important? You see that? Go ahead and write this down. Always ask a follow-up question. These follow-up questions are so important. It gives a person a chance to really explain themselves, and also helps people understand them a little bit better.
And speaking to the empathy, and as you're asking questions, this is a good chance to get to know your sixth graders, but also if their answer is kind of blah, ask why it was, Cheerios. Or on the flip side, where someone's eyes light up and was like, oh, Cheerios. Well, dig a little deeper and push a little bit, and also it shows that you really care.
So I think we all have gotten to know each other a lot better than we did when we first got here. Okay? I think we've really come a long way in that way, and I think we've got a pretty cool group here.
Okay, Jonathan, you're going to ask?
How does it resist bitter beef sauce?
The first 2 times I did this, they beat me, so it'll happen. But you will have 15 items, 15 pencils is what we went with, and then it's an alternating game, taking turns, and let the other person start. The key is, and if you think about the numbers, the object of the game is not to be the last person to pick up a pencil. And the key numbers that you want to hit on are 2, 6, and 10. And if you think about as you pick up a pencil, because you can only pick up 1, 2, or 3, if you get number 10, you're in pretty good shape to finish it out. It's not guaranteed, but again, in review, you have 15 items. You can pick up 1, 2, or 3 pencils at a time. You are thinking all along, I want to pick up, if it works, 2, 6, or 10. Okay? So as you go through that,
Just to clarify, the second pencil, the sixth pencil,
yes,
or the 10th pencil?
The second pencil, the 6th, or the 10th. Thank you. And as you go through this, you're probably going to win and you're going to do well. And ask them, have them write down some strategies they came up with on what numbers, what they could do differently, because there are different numeric angles that you're going to look at as you go through that. And then go ahead and try it again. And again, feel where your audience is at, feel where they're at. But you should definitely be pretty hot on this. Give the students the strategies for always winning after they've tried and validated. Oh, I think I should pick up pencil number 5 or number 7 because 7 is such a lucky pencil. Validate it. Have them explain why. Go through strategies and then say, do you think there is a reason why, or if you were hot, ask them, do you think there's a reason why I won? And ask them what they thought. At that point, when it feels right, let them know that you want to pick up pencil number 2, pencil number 6, or pencil number 10, and it increases your odds of winning. Okay? It isn't, it, it is good to know a strategy that will help you be successful. And coming back to that is connecting it to school. You know what? It takes, you got to have a plan. You got to have a strategy. You had a plan on playing this game. As a sixth grader, come back to, you got to have a plan. You've got to, you know, and you know the key things. You're veteran middle schoolers now, but connect it to school. And what plans do you think they have? They'll give you some feedback, but give them your feedback also. Okay? Questions? I think they wish they could stay for a couple more hours because.
Let's practice.
Should we practice? Okay. Let's do it.
People or pencils?
We can do the pencils. There's enough pencils in your bag. You could also use the straws too, so it doesn't have to be like just one person does it.
Yep.
You can use the straws also. I think there might be enough. If they're not, no, there might not be enough straws. You have to use both.
Yeah.
Now that I think about that.
So go ahead
Straws
and
and pencils.
go ahead and give it a whirl and see how it goes.
I'll go first. I'll go first. I'll go first.
I'm going to practice like intro nachos. So if you're going to be the leader playing, you should practice your intro.
Yeah.
We have this story. Okay, good. I was really scared.
Yeah, no, you have to memorize everything. Yeah. You don't want the last one. Help Lauren out with this.
You'll try. Not guaranteed.
Just speak slowly. Don't you miss me, Lauren? You really miss me, don't you? Is it a tough question?
We also have a few more for you.
Oh yeah,
It is a tough question? Okay, good.
it's related to web. So
Okay.
probably. Are the sixth graders supposed to give the leaders mojo every single time?
No.
It's just for training.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
I was like, that's a little
but some of the leaders they had whatever you come up with and feels right. That if there's something that high fives or knocks or something, I would try to find some connection.
Okay.
You know if it's supposed to keep raining, like for when we get out?
It looks like it's just about done. Are you walking?
No, I bike here.
No, it's. I looked at the radar and it's pretty much done. It was a fast moving one. You really shouldn't be biking.
Why?
Because you're kind of dangerous.
I mean, I forgot to bring something that's crucial for biking.
Do you wear a helmet?
I didn't bring one today.
Because there's already meant that time you fell in class, the brain damage. We don't want to do any more. You remember that time? No, it's supposed to. I would say by the time you leave, you can see it's sunning again. How'd it go?
Okay, I won. You found it, Elsa?
Did the 2, 6, and 10 work?
Yes.
Is it harder to win if there's two people that know the strategy that are playing it?
Yes.
Because then it's equal.
Right.
Okay,
Because
basically.
they're not going to know the strategy, so you can totally take advantage of them. Liv will be good at
They're
that.
smart and they grab every 2, 6, or 10.
So you want to grab 2, 6, and 10.
But they don't know that to do.
You want to get
That's counting it out.
Yeah, you want to grab.
yes
Yes.
up to those.
Yep.
2, 6, 10 strategy. Okay, here's 15 including the ball. Oh, yes.
Did it work?
Yeah, whoever goes
Oh,
first
I know
wins.
games similar. It's called 31.
you-
So you go
you
up
just
to 31.
If you know how to win, then you
You want to be. No, she just felt like thinking when there are 6. On the 6th. You want to be.
Just review the questions with them. And then it says get accepted. And then just tell them that you picked that up. We don't do that for them.
Mr. Dog, you still win if you play second. You go second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, did everyone got through it and gave it a test run? So
You're going at the same exact time.
let's look at, we're just finishing up. Let's finish strong. Look at the process questions. Do you notice that I always win? You're going to ask them that? Hold on. Hey, gang.
Web leaders, hold it together.
Come on. So you are going to ask these questions. Did you notice I always win? Wait for a response. Why do you think this is? That's that follow-up. That's that checking in. Is it possible I have some information or a strategy that helps me win every time? Then you can go down that road too. Do strategies. Okay. Again, going back to what we talked about before, do strategies help out in life or in school? And that's where you want to get to. So these are good process guiding questions. And then, as it says, what are some strategies that can help us succeed in middle school? There's your follow-up. Help them out. They are going to have some strategies. You're going to have some really good ones to share because you've lived it. And then it says to go to number 8. But we're not going to do that today.
Yeah, number 8 is the information for, what is it called? Sorry? Success booklet. You'll get that, we'll go over that tomorrow. Okay, and you will of course have that in your packet. The students will have it as well in the bags. Okay, but we'll go over that tomorrow.